I saw this tweet from Ross Tucker. He talked about the Jets situation. The head coach, Adam Gase, got the GM fired, alienated the team's best offensive player, Le'Veon Bell, became the only coach with a GM title, brought the circus back to town, traded a starting linebacker for peanuts, all within 10 hours. That's a heck of a day. How do you spin this if you're a Jets fan or the Jets organization?
Well, I don't know that there's any way to spin it other than, look, the hay's already in the barn for the 2019 roster. The team is set. They're ready to go. There wasn't much that Mike McCagnon was going to do anyway. And the best time to fire a GM is after the draft. Now, the problem is if you had an inclination to fire the guy before the draft, why did you keep him around? And then the question becomes, how much juice did McCagnon really have leading up to the 2019 draft? It could be that as they got closer and closer to the draft, maybe Gase had more influence as they set the board. Those are things we're never going to know. But I'm a big fan of just ripping the Band-Aid off in one motion. If you're going to fire the coach and the GM, do it together, because now you're going to have either a GM that is hired by Gase and Gase emerges as the guy who's running the franchise, or if you go out and hire somebody with no connection to Gase, you get this arranged marriage like John Idzik and Rex Ryan in New York, where the new GM is biding his time to when he can fire Gase and go hire his own coach. And that's not good for anybody either. So now that they're in this spot, the best move is to let Gase hire the GM and then hope that the two guys can work together. Give them equal accountability so there's no temptation to try to undermine each other. They either both succeed or they both fail, and they both get fired, not one or the other.
Yeah, but you bring in Le'Veon Bell, and then all of a sudden Bell hears that the head coach thought that the team overpaid for him. How does that play out?
Well, they did overpay for him. I think they were bidding against no one in the magnitude that they ultimately paid Bell. There was a lot of fake stuff out there about the Ravens being in on it. They never even talked to Bell's agent. And I think Gase knew that, and he was banging the drum internally, but it never registered with McCagnon, which would add to the friction. Now, all Gase has to do is grab Le'Veon Bell and say, look, I know you've seen some stuff out there. I never didn't want you. I just wanted us to do a more aggressive negotiation when it was time to try to work this out. And congratulations, you and your agent got more than I thought you should have got. Now go out and prove me wrong and earn this contract, and we're in this together, and our legacies are tied to it, and let's win some football games. I think it's something that Gates should be able to fix in 5 minutes if Bell ever shows up, and I assume he will at some point.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.